been pretty much going through a lot of the vehicles. I haven't run into too many issues with them, apart from there seems to be some aiming issues with some of the Swedish vehicles where they don't aim straight or they don't line up with the cursor, and there's some very dodgy X-ray views. But apart from that, like, seems pretty good.
Yeah, overall, I think this will be a very great update to add for War Thunder.
Yeah, that bug with the aiming seems to be in general to all of the new vehicles that they are gonna add, because some of the guys were testing like the T72 or the that Swedish CV90 with the 120 cannon, and it had the same problem with it. So I think it's for the in general, more than anything.
Oh, you turned off helicopters?
Nope. No, that's tech, not me.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, at least it looks kind of interesting. Like, the Swedish tree is so full. Like, for a kind of like a first impression, it's so nice. And there's a bunch of... go ahead.
I guess there are a few vehicles that I was expecting that aren't in it, but since this is first dev server, they probably could be in the files or just not in the current dev server. So
yeah, there's a bunch of them sat in the files right now.
Oh, for me, it was totally the contrary. I really thought that they were going to introduce much less that there's currently in the game.
Yeah.
Like all those missile launchers or the radar EA, even a SAM system, which is a really surprising considering the Chinese tech tree, which at least got something this update, but we aren't really seeing anything like the radar EA or even less the SAM system.
Probably because getting that information is...
Oh no, but they listed the PEC-88, the Sergeant George looking thing, like planned or coming soon, which I don't really remember now. But yeah.
yeah, they're probably saving that stuff for update 2.0, which I assume it's what it's going to be anyway.
There's a lot of weird and wonderful like little areas around here.
Yeah, there's lots of barricades around here. Filled with these bricks, which are from Alaska, so you can't destroy them. And then also the tank traps, which could get you stuck because of hitboxes and stuff like that.
Can you shoot through them?
No, you cannot.
Okay. But yeah, the general like the general just amount of random stuff on this map is really nice, but it is just random guff. I don't think it'll really matter how it actually like it plays. Are any of the buildings and stuff destructible?
If they're like below 2 stories, generally they'll be destructible. But anything above that, like the houses off to your right over there.
Yeah.
What did you do?
I need some HE.
I mean, heat doesn't... Oh, you don't have any heat.
Like, these are just the same reused assets in Maginot, and you can... Where they were.
Right, so you can destroy the 2-story stuff. I kind of like how the, so at least the spawns on this version of it, they're incredibly cramped. But the problem with having incredibly cramped spawns is now instead of camping the spawns, you just camp the lanes outside of the spawns.
Yeah, they're so similar.
So how many of these buildings was I leveling with my bomb runs, Viper?
Probably most of them, I think, actually, now that I look at it. Seems like most of those, I think I may have been mistaken about leveling the 2 stories one, because these appear to be the same houses in Maginot, which are not destructible.
Yeah, I think if you put it that way, Tech, you can see some similar cases in maps such as one of the configurations for Port Novorossiysk. I think it is, and also in Advanced Terrain, obviously, we can see more often.
Yeah.
Which generally, when the match is almost at the spawn area, you can block the exits more than the spawn itself. So,
Yeah. What's kind of interesting, Dog, when I'm looking at your CV, when it comes to thermals, I can only see your gun and your tracks, really. Like, it seems like the add-on armor is hiding the heat signature.
Well,
I
has
think
he
that's
got- has he
more
been
of
moving a
how
lot,
the vehicle
though?
was designed, because there's like heat pipes that go from the engine, which is in the front of the vehicle, to the rear, so which are designed to cool the exhaust.
So Bravo's in an
Well, that's
industrial
definitely
area.
a unique camo.
The CV, this thing keeps bouncing up and down really weirdly, like as it's going along.
Are you in the 105/120 version?
The 120. So a ton of destructible stuff. Once again, I kind of like the hardcover around Bravo though. I don't know actually, because been in these situations so many times before where if you put too much hardcover around the cap points, then all you're gonna get is people bum rushing the cap points and then just sitting there and waiting for people to push. Like, how many actual ways are there into this spawn here, or this cap?
I would say 20.
I see 2.
Oh, 2?
Like, cause let's see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This has the same problem that Abandoned Factory has. So it's really cool and everything making hardcover in capture zones, but if you do it to such an extreme case, all you need is 2 tanks to hold a corner and cover the 2 outlines. So bang, and then the other one needs to go bang out there. And then you can cover this whole cap.
No, you're talking about the cap itself. No.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the cap area itself.
No. Because you never fight around the cap area, you fight... Like, if you fight around a corner that you find on the cap, right? You never fight like, oh, well, you know, let's go around this random street and get blown the fuck up. No, that never happens. I suppose you could counter it by going there. Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes people do like to get off the cap, decap it, then like hide in an area and wait for somebody to come across and try to cap and then bang. So
Is that winter camo or is that like a special camo?
It's an urban camo.
Did you ever find out what the ball on top is?
No idea.
Like a radar.
Yeah, that cap's not good at all. You can cover it with 2 tanks. It's terrible.
Well, and how much of it is covered by this big ass building?
Well, that's the problem. Because of the big ass building, you just hold a corner and you're good.
You know, what would make this interesting is if you could actually go inside the building.
No.
Make it a little more interesting.
now, have you seen some examples like Advanced Terrain when people get inside like in those checkpoint area? No, in full again. So
So annoying to try and dig them out. Oh god, okay. So there's just... Alright, can't go this way. Fair enough.
yeah, there are some areas that are like blocked off due to the roadblocks, and I believe they are indicated on the map with the slash lines through them. So
See, I thought what would be cool, but I haven't seen any examples of it yet, where you could destroy houses and then create like new paths, but I don't know. That hasn't been the case yet. I do like these kind of like mock fighting areas though. Like they make it feel like the city's kind of under siege, which is pretty cool. Maybe they could put some like infantry around or something, just as kind of decoration to make the place look a bit more alive.
Yeah, or even if they want to make it more easier, like add some explosions with artillery sounds.
Yeah, they could do
Even
that.
I remember
Speaking of artillery, doesn't the new artillery have a sound?
Mine was silent earlier, so I don't know.
You want to try?
Okay.
Triple cap. This middle part right here should be B.
Alright, let's have a look at that.
What grid you guys at?
D4.
I can hear the shells whistling in and then coming down, so.
I kind of like the green belt, how it doesn't seem to favor either side. There's a little bit, at least just looking at the map for each side. This is going to be a crazy defensive map though. I literally like scream down to a point, go sit near it, and just pop people as they come past.
I think that's what the barricades tried to prevent, though. So.
The barricades create hard cover points though, so they just add to it.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me to the town in Maginot Line, and sometimes there's this mode when you need to capture certain objectives.
So what barricades are hard?
The big cement blocks with the sandbags on them.
Oh, like
The ones to the ones to the left here, like these ones. Like you can destroy the sandbags, but you can't destroy the blocks. How big's the cap zone on this dog? Does it encompass the whole circle, or is it just a small circle here?
I think it's a small circle, but where I'm at right now is going to be a power position. If you're able to shoot people coming in.
nope, can't. I mean, you can kind of climb them.
Does that thing got a scouting dog?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, nice. So it doesn't have the upgrades for it, does it?
I don't believe so. I have to check.
That central area at D4 kind of reminds me of Poland at the Bravo point, so but larger because you got the 4 avenues of advance to get into the point. Then you got the fountain in the center. So
That would be kind of a nice position. This thing has absolutely no gun depression though. Oh no, it does. There we go. Fixed it.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those caps. It's very hard to get into.
Yeah. Like once it's capped, it's not really going to get decapped.
Are you guys having weird things where like stuff isn't rendering in until you're like literally like 300 meters?
I don't think I've run into any render issues.
Well, no, like the trees just aren't showing up till I'm like within 500 meters or so. Quite short, kind of weird.
and that might be the dev server resetting your graphics card settings.
Doubt it.
So you can destroy the small buildings, but you can't destroy the big buildings. But if you destroy the small buildings, you can't get over them. So there's not really much point in destroying them at all. They're just there for aesthetic.
Even some of these two-story buildings aren't even that destructible.
Oh, is this that prison-looking thing? Yeah.
So that new sound setting. Sounds like it's not going to be very fun with the people that are all about the meta.
Oh well, they'll live.
But they can turn it off, right?
What, the sound?
Above the speed of sound, meaning like you hear the gunshot after it's already hit you, kind of.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure if you get like a 2,000 kilometers away and you shoot, you should see the bullet hit you before the sound hits you.
Yeah, the riverways around the city, there's no way to get out of them once you go in, at least from what I've seen from this area.
So this has the opposite problem to the other cap. The other cap is too closed off and you can pretty much hold one corner. This one, where
Jesus.
the hell do you hold here?
Good luck holding this if there's aircraft in the sky too.
Not even that, like just... What do you do, like sit here?
I assume you're supposed to use the barricades, so...
Yeah, but then you
Look,
just...
that's great, but look at the side. Okay, let's put an Abrams up to it. See
Then you just get encircled. Like, I don't know. So this one, this one seems a bit too open to me. I think the other one needs smaller houses. Ones that you can destroy. And then this one needs a little bit more cover. Maybe some destructible cover. Or you can just do that. Just make it so you don't have to see anybody.
Yeah, at least both sides has that.
Yeah, that's true.
Still can't get over all the Swedish vehicles. Pretty much pre-camouflaged. Like, if Gage isn't doing that homework, a lot of the American stuff should be coming in this, like, especially the late tier stuff should come in this 3-color, or desert. But, oh well.
Go write a bug report.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to get anywhere.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
I mean, it's kind of true.
Nope.
Well, a bug report about them losing money on potential camo options probably isn't going to be passed on.
Well, if you write it like that...
There's other bugs I'd rather see them fix.
Alright, we'll
I'll
write
just
bug
leave it at that.
reports on them then.
I've tried, done my fair share, at least help with some to like the ITO for the Bradley, and they get been reported already.
It's also because it's not a bug.
But the ITO
Mm-hmm.
should have it.
Nope.
You have proof that they never fired them? Because I got proof that they're firing them.
They said 3 years ago that they use ammunition as a balancing factor in the game. Therefore, it isn't a bug. Oh, what's this little place?
Yeah, I think that applies to most vehicles that don't have their certain ammunition.
Yeah.
Because their criteria has been established, like adding them as a balancing factor, not as a...
Like a literal like restaurant area.
They've definitely made the environment sounds a lot louder. Like when someone else shoots around you. What a really odd place this is. It's a very odd square. Don't know about you as well, but I'm starting to get frame rate issues. And I know it's not from my recording.
I get them all up in the air.
In there?
Yeah.
I should give that a go. Let's see what this place looks like from above. the Draken. Minimum load 4 minutes. Full tank 14.
Really?
Ouch.
I think also the lighting has little fuel as an option.
Yeah. I think that
Something
has
like
4 minutes too.
I think it has 18 minutes at best.
Oh, that's not good.
There's a cool little castle up there.
In the north or west?
It's on top of the hill.
Oh, cock.
You broke your wing.
Oh, it's gonna be a long day with this thing.
Yeah, that flag model is very very special because sometimes it rips out of nowhere and sometimes it performs the most complex maneuvers.
Yeah, it's definitely weird. Oh yeah, there's that castle. It's kind of
Hey,
an odd
Doug.
color, isn't it?
When you maneuver in the F4, do you ever pop the speed brakes to turn or not?
How big this map also looks. It looks like it could be an air map as well.
I thought they were gonna make it a naval map when I looked at it.
I'm kind of
One
surprised
of
that
3.
Do you think this map is part of the Denmark map?
Sweden.
Yeah, I know.
Guess if you go south enough.
There's a bunch of maps in the game which are inbuilt in, like the ground maps are inbuilt into the air maps, and they have nothing to do with the ground maps. Yeah, I mean, it definitely looks like the map has kind of just been plonked here. It definitely could be an air map as well, or a naval map. So that sea, whatever it is huge.
I believe it's the Baltic.
I thought the
Oh shit! Tech, get out of there!
I thought the houses would give way more cover than they do actually. Like it's really easy to spot shit now on this map. Also, this thing, there's no way this thing's complete at all. Like I'm pushing it around the air, you shouldn't have to do that.
I wonder if this bomb site's a bug, because it's always on even when the heater's off.
Maybe it is that way, or
I don't know, I think they had this last time too, that there was an aircraft that came in that thought it was going to get it, and
Yeah, the Phantom used to have it.
same boat. I gotta ask Kevlar, because I'm pretty sure the F is supposed to have a glass HUD too, like a, you know, not just a little targeting HUD. That how's the dispersion? I was gonna say, how's the dispersion on the Kraken? Those cannons like a mile apart.
Dispersion's fine. They're not too far apart. It's not as bad as the Javelin. The main issue with the Draken is not ripping it.
Yeah.
Because the moment you go over like 800, 850 and pull hard, the whole thing just falls apart.
So pretty much it's gonna be heavily, missiles are gonna out dodge them.
So since they changed where your gears, RPM, and speed are, where are they going to put the radar on, fire rate, and that sort of stuff?
Don't know. I'll have to see. I just want to thank Ambrosius McClellan, B. Young, Blackie, Chris Giltnane, Daniel Stanton, Jay Wilt, John Ryman, Martinez, Super Cacti, Trigger Hippie, Eugens Terry, and also Elove Goat and Samuel Slick for supporting the channel.